"I'm sorry for the pain I have caused." College student apologizes to parents of 13-year-old girlfriend he murdered to cover up their relationship as he's sentenced to 50 years jail. A former Virginia Tech student convicted of fatally stabbing a 13-year-old girl said he was sorry before he was sentenced to 50 years in prison. David Eisenhauer was an 18-year-old freshman studying engineering when he developed a relationship with Nicole Lovell, a 7th grader in Blacksburg. Prosecutor Mary said Eisenhauer and Lovell communicated online through Kik for months before meeting at least once in person. Pettit said they met again in January 2016, when Eisenhauer lured Lovell out of her family's apartment with the promise of a secret date, then killed her because he was afraid she would expose their relationship. Before the sentence was handed down by Judge Robert Turk, Eisenhauer apologized. "I am sorry for the pain my actions have caused for Nicole Lovell and her family," he said. Prosecutors asked for a life sentence, while Eisenhower's lawyers asked for something within sentencing guidelines, which call for a prison term of between 24 years and nearly 40 years. Natalie Keepers, a friend of Eisenhower's who prosecutors have identified as his accomplice, is scheduled to stand trial in September on charges of being an accessory before the fact and concealing a body. Prosecutors said Keepers told police Eisenhauer told her he feared Lovell could be pregnant. Keepers said Eisenhauer told her he may have had sex with Lovell at a party, but couldn't remember because he blacked out and later woke up in a ditch. Eisenhauer pleaded no contest to first-degree murder, abduction and concealing a body. The teenage girl's body was found just over the state line in North Carolina. A medical examiner testified she had 14 stab wounds, including a lethal wound to her neck. Before Eisenhower's sentence was imposed, Lovell's parents described how their daughter's killing had affected them. Her father, David Lovell, said he'd been diagnosed with severe depression and post-traumatic stress disorder following his daughter's death. "There is nothing that will happen in this courtroom that will fix it," he said. Lovell's mother, Tammy Weeks-Stoudy, said she sees a grief counselor and still has trouble sleeping. She said she celebrated what would have been her daughter's 16th birthday last month at her gravesite. Eisenhower's lawyers called 2 teachers and a former classmate of his from Yakima, Washington, where he lived before moving with his family to Columbia, Maryland. Both teachers from the Riverside Christian School said he was a smart and kind student, but appeared to have trouble following social cues. Catherine Ance Dutoff, who taught Eisenhower in a 10th grade English class and a Bible class, said he was bright, but needed clear rules to be successful. She said Eisenhower would follow someone off a cliff if they convinced him it was the right thing to do.